Everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'll be continuing What If Naruto Had an OP Ice Kekkei Genkai. And without further ado, let's just get right into it. I hope y'all leave a like on the video. So right after the ice explodes, Naruto and Haku immediately starts heading over to deal with the puppet dude with the rest of whoever's left over there. I don't necessarily remember which team I put over there. Let's say we put Guy's team over there. So yeah. Anyway, as Naruto and Haku are heading over there, Haku gets behind Naruto to ride the ice that Naruto trails behind him with. So not only does the puppet, now he has to deal with Guy's team, because Lee and Guy are basically breaking his puppets, and every other person is doing their damn best. Which, in all honesty, is still pretty hard for the dude to, deal with, because although he has hundreds of puppets, maybe even thousands, it's not necessarily helping the fact that there are several different people with several different fighting styles, and he only knows one, which is swarm people with puppets. Anyway, I'm not necessarily sure if that's true. I just stopped fucking with this dude after a while, because I realized that he's not necessarily special. With that being stated, though, no hate toward him. Um, yeah. So not he looks over to see the little ice mist thing headed toward him, and he knows that that's Naruto because there's no other person that's like that. And he knows with Naruto comes Haku, and then literally a few seconds after he thinks about it, Haku through the mist you can see the mirrors forming around, and then in a matter of seconds, the whole mist covers the area of which they were in, right? And then in the same breath, the mirrors begin to appear all around the perimeter, the inside, everywhere, right? And you can Naruto tells him I'm gonna give you a chance, because your boy kind of just committed suicide, so I'm gonna give you a chance. Either you gonna come with us for questioning, or we can cut you down where you stand, right? And the puppet guy, he's thinking about it. He's thinking about it, and he's like, "Nah, Orochimaru's still over there." And that's where Kakashi is. Kakashi isn't over, but with Guy's team. Kakashi went to go fight Orochimaru with the other team, with Shikamaru's team, right? Okay. So that's where they went. Anyway, so Naruto, after saying that, the puppet guy takes it into consideration, and he's like, you know what? You're just some kids. I'm gonna kill all y'all, right? And Naruto basically tells him that was the wrong choice. We basically just finished dealing with a giant bomb. You're just a giant puppet. The only difference is that you're not gonna explode, right? So Naruto freezes his fucking leg so he can't move, right? But he's a puppet, so he just detaches it and goes into a different form, right? It's slightly smaller than the one that he was just in, but hey, it's better than nothing, right? So now, at this point in time, he's not necessarily as tall as he was before. So Naruto and Haku begin to try to see what they can do. Haku's throwing Senbon at it. Naruto's, he's throwing ice at it. He's, everything you can. And now, as they're in the midst of doing this process, dude kind of just goes fuck it, and he releases all I'm gonna say the rest of his puppets, and it's around maybe 130 puppets, right? So he tells Naruto it doesn't matter how fucking strong you are now, bro, because you can't beat all these puppets. No strategies, none will work against every single one of my warriors, right? And Naruto, he was like, well, see, you forgot that it wasn't just me and Haku, right? So a few puppets, because he's connected to all the puppets, so he can tell when they start breaking and shit. So Haku, Naruto, and everybody else that was there just starts basically manhandling the puppets. And since he just released all the remainder of his puppets, he has no option but to fight with them. So as he's fighting Naruto, or attempting to find and fight Naruto, he's getting hit by Lee, but just a bunch of shit, right? So as he's getting jumped, Kakashi and the rest of everybody else, they barely made it out of Orochimaru's fight alive. It's just the fact that dude died, and Orochimaru sensed the puppet guy losing his fucking mind. So in the general sense of releasing the rest of his puppets, so Orochimaru just took it upon himself and was like, fuck it. And he took his like a little elite unit and just disappeared. Right? Anyway, they did end up injuring people. Like Kakashi can't necessarily use his one of his arms anymore. So he's running around armless. Like, he's one-handing it now. And yeah. So Naruto, as they come over the mountain, Kakashi instantly he activates his Chidori because he is not playing any games no more because he can't feel his arm, and he already got a Sharingan activated. He's fucking exhausted. He can see exactly where dude like the main chakra point is, or where his core is or whatever. So he activates his Chidori and just jumps directly through dude. And as he does that, the rest of the puppets kind of drop, and Kakashi, like he wipes his hand off, and Naruto he looks at like he's looking at Kakashi, and Kakashi was like, "Come on, gotta go back to the Leaf Village, right?" And there's a few Konoichi in the Leaf Village team, right? So they're trying to stop Kakashi because they can clearly tell that Kakashi's left arm is not where it's at right now. So they, because it's like it's literally broken. Like they can see it. Like there's bones and stuff sticking out. I don't know, because he was fighting Orochimaru himself. So anyway, yeah. So they start heading back to the Leaf Village. Now Naruto, the whole way back to the Leaf Village, is like he's dead set. Like he's completely quiet. Right? And Haku tries to talk to him about it, like, we gonna get Orochimaru for this. Like, ain't no way he finna get away with what he did to Kakashi, right? And at this point, it's like, as he's saying this, he expects some type of reaction from Naruto, because he know that's why Naruto mad. But he doesn't. Like, Naruto's just sitting there, like because this was like in the middle of them camping, because they can't necessarily get there as fast because Kakashi's injured. They're not all injured like in the major way as Kakashi, but they're all still decently injured, right? Right. Anyway, so after that, I'm gonna say that night, they get there the day after that, and the Leaf Village basically, like, they're proud that they won, but at the expense of one of their best people's arms. They're not necessarily as happy as they should be. And Tsunade recommends the I don't know if Tsunade recommends the whole, stem cell treatment thing. And Kakashi, he's like, you know what? No. I'm gonna reap what I sowed, right? And like this devastates Naruto even more. Cause so Naruto walks up to Kakashi and he tells him, like, bro, I respect you. And I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna find him and I'm gonna kill him, right? And Kakashi tells him, like, don't go out there doing anything rash. If you're gonna go out there, at least go out there with backup, right? We gonna time skip a little bit so that way Kakashi can get real cold. Just give me a second, right? So I'm gonna say maybe 3 months pass, right? Yeah, 3 months pass. Now throughout this time, Kakashi he had maybe 2 weeks in the first month to heal, and like the rest of that he was doing shit but training with a sword in his right hand. Okay. Anyway, so in place of Sasuke and Naruto fighting each other and they both losing their fucking arms like idiots, it's just going to be passed on to their teacher. Anyway, so Kakashi, like, after a while, he builds like this reputation of being like the one-armed fucking swordsman, and on top of being a copy ninja, because he still got that big ass arsenal. It's just half of it he has to, he's been with the one hand. He's been tossing the symbols with the one hand. Anyway, so Kakashi, he walks up to Naruto after like 3 months and he's like, you ready? And now Naruto thought this whole time has had the same resolve, and some people like have seen him training and it is not looking good right now, right? With the way Kakashi has trained and the way Haku and Naruto is training, and Guy is pissed because Guy was Kakashi's rival, and Kakashi, after getting injured, Guy took that shit personal, because if his rival's injured, yeah, technically speaking, he's stronger, but at what cost, right? So yeah, after a while, Guy, during this time skip, Guy and Kakashi met up, and Kakashi explained to Guy how he wanted to train, and Guy was like, "Fuck it, I'll train with you." So yeah, that's what was going on. Guy got these little, not, I wouldn't say metal wrist, like he got small little metal on his wristbands now to block swords, so that way he would be able to properly train with Kakashi, because Kakashi was using the sword. He still know how to fight hand to hand, but he mainly uses the sword. My bad. Yeah. So anyway, after that, they all meet up, and Sakura, I'm gonna say Sakura, Shikamaru, Neji, and Lee all show up too. And after a while, I can't remember if I left Sasuke with the team or not. I can't recall. I think I did. Yeah, I think I did. Yeah, so after a while, Sasuke showed up too, but Sasuke was off doing training with somebody else, right? And everybody kind of like asked Sasuke, where the fuck did he go? But Sasuke doesn't want to answer any questions, because literally it was like right after they got back from that assignment, Sasuke kind of just up and vanished after Naruto was like, I'm gonna go train with Haku, right? So yeah, he kind of just up and fucking vanished, and he just came back right after the 3 week, like right after the 3 months. So interesting. He's different though. Like he's a lot colder toward people in a general sense. But he's interested as to see what's gonna go on, because he's been trying to get toward Orochimaru. Like he's been trying to come out of Orochimaru for a while, knowing that he had something to do with some stuff in the past, right? But before they go, they end up running. I can't hold on. They end up running into Danzo. And Danzo seeing this ragtag group of people, because now at this point in time, Kakashi doesn't just wear the regular Leaf uniform, because he's fucking one armed. So he doesn't wear the vest. He got he got like this little sleeve on his arm that's like completely armored, so that way he can like block and stuff with that. It's not completely armored. It's got like plates and stuff on it. That way he still has full, almost complete maneuverability of his arm, right? And at this point in time, Sasuke's been gone for a while. Nobody knows where he went, but the fact that he saw Danzo and got upset, kind of threw Naruto and the rest of the party that he was with for a loop. So after a while, Danzo, he can see the disdain inside Sasuke's eyes. So he instantly, comes to the conclusion that somebody ended up linking something. So he leaves. Like, he's like, I hope y'all find Orochimaru. I'ma go. But he goes and sends out a bird. Like he summons a snake that can get in contact with Orochimaru. And he like tells him like, hey, I think somebody may have caught on to what we was trying to do, bro. Think we might be caught. Sasuke is looking at me pretty mean, right? And yeah, he sends the snake off. But as like the snake gets sent off, gotta think, all these people have been off training for a while. On top of the time skip from beforehand with the ice, Naruto, frees himself. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, after the snake gets sent off, Naruto, they find it. Like, they find it slithering through the forest because it gives off a chakra signal. And, so after a while, they found it because they had people like Neji and Hinata with them. So, yeah, they found it. They killed it. And after it despawned, like poofed away because it was a summons, the note dropped. And Naruto grabs the note and he looks at it. And like this look of pure like disgust and infuriation like brews upon his face. Like he cannot properly like explain how he feels through like actual facial expressions, right? And he tosses the note to the ground, and Kakashi picks up the note and he kind of just like he crinkles it a little bit and he passes it over to like everybody. Like, so everybody at this point in time, they're not saying anything about the note, they're just passing it around. Because at this, like, they're starting to come to this little small conclusion that words cannot explain how mad they are, right? So after everybody gets this note, everybody looks at each other and they all get the collective conclusion to go back to the Leaf Village for a hot second, right? So as they all appear back into the Leaf Village, Kakashi got his sword drawn and they're walking through the Leaf Village. Sasuke's, Sharingan's activated the third Tomoe. The whole 9 yards. Everybody's kind of upset. They're pissed, right? More or less Sasuke, because Sasuke lost his whole fucking family due to this dickhead, right? Anyway, yeah, Kakashi lost his arm because, if Danzo probably wouldn't have been funding most of Orochimaru's studies, he probably wouldn't have been strong enough to take Kakashi's arm, let alone have the resources to join the Akatsuki, stuff like that. So after a while, they get to the Hokage's office, which, funnily enough, is still Hiruzen with the advisor / medical professional of Tsunade. Yay, she got a position. I think so. I hope she's in this one. I don't remember. Listen, it's been a long time, so if I'm just randomly adding people back, alright, don't fault me. Anyway, yeah. So, they walk into the building and Tsunade asks them what they're doing here, and Kakashi, she hands him the note, and she reads the note, and she looks around, and nobody else is saying nothing, but everybody can see the emotion in the party that just walked in face. So they're she's not even trying to argue with them because she know there are some hitters in this team. So she's so what do you plan on doing about it? And Kakashi was I just want to talk to Lord Third, right? And Tsunade, she's right this way, because she mad too, but she can't do nothing about it because technically speaking, Danzo could have got that order from Hiruzen. So since she serves Hiruzen, she can't necessarily just be hey, let's go talk to him about it. She got to see what's going on, or she attempted to. Anyway, so she gets into the office and she sees Danzo's already there, right? And when they open the door to see Danzo sitting there, Danzo, his two Anbu members, his two Anbu Black Ops members that were sitting off to both sides of the room, kind of walk toward the back of them, because they can kind of feel the animosity coming off the people that just walked into the room, right? So, Danzo greets Kakashi, and Kakashi just brushes past him and pulls out the note and hands it to him, right? And Kakashi, after handing the note to Hiruzen, he backs up and he draws his sword on the Anbu Black Ops members, and Danzo he get mad and he what's the meaning of this, right? And Sasuke's still a swordsman too, so Sasuke pulled his sword out on Danzo and was shut up, when you lucky I just don't slit your throat right now, right? And Naruto, he covers the whole room in ice, and at this point in time Tsunade is just freaking out because she did not think this was going to escalate this fast, right? And Haku, he was since nobody else is really going to say it, why the fuck were you colluding with Orochimaru out of all people, right? And Hiruzen, after reading the note and seeing the actions of everybody else, and he's well, it's pretty clear that this had to have come from you, because there's no reason for this to be your handwriting and for everybody to be acting like this if they didn't see you doing something. First. Secondly, why is everybody so mad? And Sasuke finally come forward and he's I went after Kakashi lost his arm. I went to go see my brother, right? And everybody they kind of stopped, and you're wait, but isn't he a part of the Akatsuki? And he's yeah. After the fight, I got a message through the Akatsuki from a bird, a raven, that looked it had a Sharingan. So I grabbed the note, and the note said, come to this location. So I went to the location, and for those 3 months, I was initially I was upset. I was pissed at my brother. But then after a while, we was training. He told me what the fuck was going on. All this other stuff, right? And, and he looked back at Danzo, and he tells him, I knew the Uchiha clan didn't like the Leaf Village in the general sense, or we were strong and all this other stuff. But to go as so far as to kill women and children for nothing but the power of their eyes, that is sick, right? And he puts the sword up to Danzo's neck, and Naruto, like, he tells him, like, there's like no other reason why Sasuke shouldn't just kill you right now, but there's something better. And Sasuke looks back and he's like, well, what do you mean there's something better? And he's like, well, the whole Uchiha clan massacre was deemed as your brother's fault, right? Why not bring it to light? Why not bring it to light why your brother had to kill the entire Uchiha clan, right? Because these sick fucks here, pointing at Danzo and like his entire like little party of people, decided that they wanted the power of the Sharingan, and since they weren't born with it, they just wanted it so bad that they wanted y'all dead, right? And Sasuke, he's thinking about it. Like, it takes him like maybe 2-3 minutes, and he grins. He's like, I like that a lot. Clearing my brother's name while bashing Danzo's. Is there a chance that he'll still die? And Naruto's like, oh yeah, guaranteed. He's not living after today. I can promise you that, right? And Danzo, after hearing all of this, he get mad, and he like, I'm tired of all these people just assuming that they're stronger. And he snaps his fingers, and more Black Ops members appear, and they all start fighting. Now, at this point in time, Tsunade then grabbed Hiruzen, because you got to remember, he's old and frail at this point. So she grabs Hiruzen, and she like jumps out the window. And as she jumps out the window, it's like this explosion, basically, of fireball jutsus and all this other stuff that go through to like Hokage's office, right? So Danzo jumps out, and Sasuke and Kakashi runs directly at Danzo. Wait for this team up. So after yeah, so they run at Danzo, and Danzo, he started trying to block, because he got a sword too. So he pulled out his sword. One of his Zanbu members tossed him the sword. He pulls out the scabbard, and he takes off the little the bandage around his eye, and he activates his Sharingan. So he started fighting with them, but he realized shortly that they're fast and nimble. And although Kakashi ain't had that blade for long, Kakashi is skilled with damn near anything he puts in his hands. And the fact that he doesn't have another arm and he had nothing to do but to focus on one, he's not only hitting with speed and precision, that nigga is hitting with force, power, strength, brute strength at that, right? So he goes like, as he's fighting him, all the people in the all the people around the Leaf Village are like, they started to get antsy, like, what's going on? Why are people fighting the elders? Why? We just saw y'all come back, y'all marched in there, and now y'all fighting elders and Black Ops Envoy members. And some of the people that they know, like Choji, he runs out and he's like, hey, what the fuck is going on, right? And one of them even tried to stop Sasuke from trying to hurt Danzo, right? Kiba tried to stop Sasuke from hurting Danzo. Like, he jumps in the way, and like, as he's like right there, Kakashi tells him to move, and he puts the sword, like, he doesn't like, threaten his life for real, but he just tells him to move, because this has nothing to do with him, right? And everything will be made clear soon. And he promises it, and Kiba, not really necessarily trying to become, not trying to meet the end of Kakashi's blade, nor Sasuke's, he's like, you know what? It's a good idea. So he just walks off. And after a while, Haku starts running around explaining it to people, and then the gossip basically spreads, just like how everybody just assumed that the Uchiha clan was murderous and everything, even though that in retrospect they just wanted to be treated like fucking people. Instead of, they have eyes, and if they get emotional, they can do a lot of damage. You didn't think treating them like they were just emotional monsters would have a negative impact on the way that they felt. Anyway, that's not the point. It's not the point. Anyway, yeah, so like after a while, Danzo, they fight him back toward like most of where he controls, right? Like a little district of where the Leaf Village that he basically governs. So after a while, more and more like Leaf Shinobi that were like Anbu sleeper agents or whatever, they start like coming in to fight. And after a while, Hiruzen, he finally gives the order for his men to also he informs some of his generals and some of his higher up people. He finally gives his men the go ahead to go and start helping, Kakashi, Naruto, everybody else, right? Anyway, so we're gonna go back to the Kakashi and Sasuke fight. Yeah, so they're fighting Danzo, and Danzo gets pushed back, and when he gets pushed back, Kakashi activates, the lightning blade on his, or his version of the lightning blade slash Chidori on his sword, right? And so does Sasuke. So they charge at him because they're using speed now. They activate that ability, that comes with a speed boost. So they both go at him, and as they're like going around him, all you see is like these little blue beams of light, and Danzo's like literally getting fucked up. And they cut the little rope next to his shoulder, and the ropes fall off, and you see the Sharingans like lacing his arm. And after a while, that's like all the proof that people needed, because they can see it now, right? They see the ones in his head, and they see the ones on his arm, in his chest, and they can see why. And everybody that's attacking them is acting the way that they are, right? And after a while, some of the hands eyes start closing, because he's using those abilities, because he can't necessarily stop this attack. He's fighting two people at the same time with roughly the same strength, and Kakashi's a full-grown man with nothing to do right now but hit him with a sword out of pure frustration, because he lost his arm due to him probably once again messing with Orochimaru. So after a while, he realized that he losing, so he tried to run. But as he's running, Sasuke, he throws a kunai into his spinal cord, basically making it to where he could not run, like he's paralyzed now, right? And he tells his Black Ops Army members to defend him. But right after he gets paralyzed, they all start surrendering. Even some of the stronger ones, like some of the ones that they know for a fact might just be able to even take out some of people like Kakashi and Sasuke and Naruto, and they just didn't, right? And Naruto, after he's paralyzed, and Sasuke walks up to him and he got a sword to him, and Naruto walks up and he's like, I didn't have to jump into this fight, which I'm glad about, which I'm happy for, because I didn't want to rip you of your victory, and I'm glad you let Kakashi jump in the fight. But he pushes Sasuke's sword down, and he's like, we can't let him die right now. Gotta hear what he says, right? And he basically spouts the Uchiha curse, whatever, some stuff like that. And after a while, Hiruzen himself just, fuck it, kill him, right? And without hesitation, Sasuke kills him. And Hiruzen goes to clear Itachi's name, and after he clears Itachi's name, it basically spreads throughout the fucking world. And then, funnily enough, it gets back to the Akatsuki. And when Obito hears about it, he's pissed. Orochimaru's pissed, and now they're both looking at Itachi like, where the fuck were you those last 3 months? Right? But in retrospect, all of them are strong, but Itachi seems different right now, right? Anyway, Itachi basically just shrugs it off like, I was antagonizing my brother. I sent them on a wild goose chase. You could look like you could ask around. I had a few Akatsuki members, because just like how Orochimaru got his own elite unit, Itachi himself decided he was going start making his own little unit inside the Akatsuki. He's like, I had a few guys help me out. You can go ask around. So now the Akatsuki is now wary of Itachi, and Itachi is because technically speaking, he did still kill everybody, but they now know the reason. And Orochimaru is now now wanted in every other fucking state, because that was foul. Technically speaking, he didn't really do anything, but he was still cooperating with Danzo to do things with the eyes after the fact. So they just kind of Anyway, yeah, this is where I'm gonna end this part off. If y'all enjoyed the video, drop a like. If you enjoyed my content, please subscribe. Anyway, this has been Shinobi. Peace.